I'm a few minutes early, but I'm doing that because it usually takes me a few minutes to get situated on the computer. So, I thought I'd go ahead and get started. Let's see. So I don't know if you saw the game that I posted earlier, the guessing game on how many chalk paste packets were in the little bucket. And we had a winner early. I plan on waiting until 9 o'clock tonight. If nobody guessed the right number, then I was going to just pick the one who had the closest guess. But somebody guessed the right number. It was 51. So we did have a winner. Oh yay, there I am. Okay. Oh, I turned that volume off and it went right back on. There we go. It's off now. So, 7:28. So, I'll go ahead and get started. It's a couple minutes early, right? Hello, everybody. I'm Audra, and I'm an independent designer with Club Couture. And tonight we are going to see, hi Lena, is it Lena or Lena? We're going to see one of the Club Couture transfers, and I'm going to make a project with a Club Couture transfer. Last night I showed how it is possible to use our supplies to make a sign for a wreath. And so here's the sign. And I'm going to finish up these ghosts. I sealed off the hole last night on the top of the head and let it dry overnight. So now I have to paint them, and I'm going to glue them in various places on the wreath to finish it off. Okay, got it. That's very pretty. So that's what we did last night. And tonight, and when I made that sign, I made it with this transfer, the Booyah transfer. And as you can see, it's a little stained, but that's okay because as long as the screened area stays clean, the design will come through just fine. So the darker the paste or the ink, the more likely you are to have staining on the green, on the teal area. So that's no big deal. So today has been about Club Couture. What is Club Couture? It's a subscription, basically. It's a once-a-month subscription for $19.99 US, or I want to say $25.95 Canada. I never remember. That's terrible. Terrible. It's a great subscription that you can order for yourself, but it's also a great idea for a gift. If you know somebody who is crafty, creative, and could use something a little different to help make things, it's a great idea. So if you do decide to join Club Couture, this is how it comes in the mail every month. This does not cost any shipping. There's no shipping on this. This is your $19.99. And what you will receive is inside the envelope will be another envelope. And inside this envelope will be your transfer of the month. Whatever design they come out with is not available to anybody else. It cannot be purchased. The only way to get it is to be a member of the Club Couture. And you will receive 3 chalk pastes like this. Now these are not the chalk pastes that will come with it. I just used these as an example. The colors for this particular, I'm loving this transfer. It's September 2. September 22nd is officially the first day of fall. 20 days left. But for me, it's fall. It's fall. And this is September's Club Couture transfer, if you have not seen the stuff I've already posted. And I have a little frame here with the glass in it that I'm going to make a little project with. And I have 2 of the colors that will come with your transfer when you decide to subscribe. And that would be the Guava and the Currant Jam. So there will be a little paste, a packet of paste like this in this color and in this color. And the third color is Shimmer Harvest, and I don't have Shimmer Harvest on hand, So the closest thing on hand that I have is the Shimmer Copper, which is pretty close to the Shimmer Harvest. It's probably a little bit of a different shade, but it's pretty close. So I'm using these three colors tonight because they are the closest I have to what will actually come in your packet. All right. So at this point, oh, thank you, Melissa. How are you? So at this point, I am going to lower the camera so you can see what I have going on the table here. All right, so if you tend to get dizzy, close your eyes for a second and I will let you know as soon as we're ready. All right, I'm lowering the camera. I'm gonna go slow in case you're watching. Now I have to wait for the computer to catch up to see if the angle is right. Oh, and will you do me a favor, anybody who's watching? I have my door open because it is very, very hot. If the TV in the background is too loud, will you comment in the comments and then I can shut the door if I need to. And I need to adjust the camera just a little bit more. So it's going to get lowered just a tad bit so you can see the entire project. Okay, I think I'm at a good angle. My parents occupy the bottom half of the house, and I occupy the top half of the house. And my loft area right outside my door opens up to the living room downstairs. And so when they're watching TV, I can hear it up here. I don't want it to interfere with what we've got going on here. So I will close the door if I have to. All right. So the frame that I have is one that I picked up at the lobby with all the hobbies in it, and it's just glass, and it's got little sawtooth hangers, so it could be used this way or this way to be hung up. And I'm going to clean the glass off with glass Windex, and then I'm going to use this transfer to put the design on this frame. And then my thought was maybe to embellish with either some ribbon or some leaves or both. Haven't quite decided on that yet. So I'm just going to take this apart, carefully pull the glass out. Whoopsie. Now generally when I do glass, I prefer to use ink because I usually make more permanent pieces. I have a booth at an antique mall and I make pieces to sell in my booth. But tonight I'm going to make this with chalk. I'm okay to make this with chalk paste because there's two pieces of glass. Okay? And so what's going to happen is I'm going to put the design on one glass and then put this over it. So it will be protected and the chalk paste won't be able to be scratched off. It won't come off unless you scratch on it or literally wash it off. So if you did it that way, you could change it out as often as you like. So tonight we could do something for autumn, and then in about a month or two we could do something for Christmas, and then we could change it out again for Valentine's Day. It's one of the things that I love about this chalk paste is you don't have to go out and buy new frames and new surfaces and everything else, because when they are reusable, you can just redo it. And I'll show that to you on one of my signs tomorrow. Tomorrow I will do my little boutique spinning sign that's already been designed with a decoration. I will wash it off and do a new one. But tonight we are doing Club Couture. Now, in the early, thank you so much for letting me know. In the early bird on Tuesday, I made an offer for anybody who joined that day to get a free extra. Okay, so if you were to become a club member this month, just say you wanted to do it for yourself and you wanted to use these transfers to make pretty presents for the holidays for your friends and family. If you were to join in September, there is a minimum of 3-month commitment, and then after that it's month to month. If you were to do it in September, you would have September, October, and November. You would get these awesome designs, okay? And you can make all kinds of gifts because these are good for anywhere from 8 to 12 uses. And there's nothing on the website that says this, or anything in the company says that you can do it more, but I know I've used it more than 8 to 12 uses. If I take good care of them, they last longer. I'm just saying. And on my early bird special, I offered a free an older one. I'll show you just a second here. I have Club Couture transfer designs that were never used. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend this offer for anybody who becomes a club member between now and the end of this event. Will receive one of these transfers as a gift, as a free gift from me. So that would give you at the very least 4 designs to work with to make awesome gifts for your friends and family. Can't really see this. Let me see. Probably won't be able to see it on anything that I put it on. I'll do it right there like that. So this is a brand new transfer. It has not been opened, so I'm going to go ahead and open it, and then I'm going to have to write on the back, because after I wash it, I will want to be able to replace it back onto this backing. And it's very important that when you do that, you place it on the correct side, because if you don't, it will get stuck really bad. I actually almost ruined one of my transfers because I accidentally put it on the wrong side. So hello, Autumn. I normally use permanent markers, but I think it's in the other room. So, however, it is important to write on it, but if you don't, if you take this off and you forget to write on here, something, I mean, you can write back, you can put a star, you can put an X, you can put a skull and crossbones, you know, whatever you want. So just to get your attention when you're ready to replace this. If you forget, it won't be the end of the world, because if you'll notice, this right here is extra, extra, extra shiny, as opposed to this being matte. So if you forget to write something on here, just look for the extra, extra shiny side, and that is the side that you will place this transfer back onto once it has dried. Okay? Now I'm doing what we call fuzzing. This is our fuzzing cloth. This side is like a terry cloth, like a towel, and then this side is like a, oh, I don't know. I forget what the term is. It's very soft and velvety. The words are leaving me. I can't remember what the thing is on top of a pumpkin. What is that thing called on top of a pumpkin? I was asking somebody a question about some pumpkins that they made. And I couldn't remember what it's called. So I'm just going to be placing this on here and peeling it off for a few times to get it nice and fuzzed up, because these are very, very sticky. And since I'm placing it on glass, it will be extremely difficult to pull it off when I'm done doing the design. So I just want to make sure I don't get it stuck to the glass too much. Microfiber, thank you very much. I had a long day at work today. They actually made me earn my paycheck. I don't know what's up with that. All right. I'm just doing it until it feels like it's coming off pretty easily, to make sure it's going to be okay on the glass. And I might even just test it a little bit. Uh-oh. There you go. Let's see. That should be, well, no, it's pretty sticky. What I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to do the letters in the current jam. And then I plan to do the leaves and such on the outside in what we call the hot mess technique, which is basically kind of like a tie-dye, kind of like a camouflage effect, except with coloring. Alright, I'm going to turn another light on so I can see better. Yep. There we go. Now I can see. Alright. So I'm going to center this as best I can to try to make sure the design doesn't get hidden by the frame. So this is my big old sticker. That's what I like to call them. I mean, technically they're transfers, but I like to call them big old stickers. Once you've placed it where you want it, you just want to kind of work out the air bubbles so that you don't have paste bleeding up under the screened areas. This right here, I'm going to use the bouillon. The part that has the design is actually a, oops, I'm not in the right place. I was holding it right in front of the computer. The part that has the design is actually a screening. So it's kind of like silk screening. So that, and when you manipulate chalk paste, it goes through the silk screen, and if you have air bubbles, it'll just keep going. And so it'll mess up the pattern just a little bit, but if that happens, it's very easy to fix. So that's okay. All right. So this is the guava. This is my old formula. This is not the Creamy Dreamy formula. I am very particular about finishing my old stuff before I start with the new. So, and as long as this stuff takes to use up, I'm probably going to be 93 before I even get a chance to use my new stuff. By then they'll have like 3 or 4 new formulas. Alright, I am using some of the new stuff because I don't have the colors in the old stuff. So this right here, I don't believe this is Creamy Dreamy, but it looks really good. This I think I made a little too thin, so we'll see how it goes with the designing. If you do it too thin, it can, hello Miss Michelle, it can bleed also, so we have to be careful of that. And then here's the Harvest Copper. This is a Creamy Dreamy formula, the new Creamy Dreamy, and it's probably a little bit darker than what the Harvest will look like when you get your Harvest in your sample packet. The sample packet can be used for probably 2 or 3 times, and then they can be individually purchased on site on the website as well, or you could get these little 3-ounce containers. Either way. All right, so these are ready for use. I need a paper towel. I'm a very messy crafter. Alright, so Michelle, just so you know what we're doing, I have this frame that came with 2 pieces of glass, and right now I am chalking on one of them, and then I will, you know what, I think I want to move it down a little bit. I'll see how it's sticking to it. I think I will fuzz it just a little bit more before I place it again. I want to move it down a little bit more because I plan to embellish. Do they need to be stirred and have distilled water applied every time? No. This I just stirred it just so that you can see the consistency of it. This, I also same thing. The Creamy Dreamy formula doesn't need it as much. This is the older formula, and it tends to dry, or starts to dry and harden very quickly. But these are not available anymore. This is just what I had in stock, and it does need, especially since it's like 100 degrees up here every day, all day. So that does need a little extra help when I use it. But this is how you want it to be when you're ready to use it, just like that. Okay. So I'm going to move it down on the glass a little more because I'm wanting to do a little bit of embellishing in here. So I'm going to move it down if it doesn't keep sticking. Right about there. I really am concentrating. All right, work out the air bubbles. I like to go from the center out. That way you're not just pushing them around, you're actually spreading it out and getting it flat. All right, here we go. So I need one squeegee, and I think I will start with the hot mess part first. And to do the hot mess technique, all you do is take your colors. I'm already getting it all over myself. Take your colors and just dab it on. So just randomly place it anywhere that you want the colors to be. Just like that. And then I'm going to take my current jam and do the same thing. Actually, you know what? It's a little thick. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing, Michelle? Okay. Just place a little bit in random spots. I always end up doing a little too much. So you probably don't even need to put as much as I'm putting at this point. Okay, and then we're going to go with the shimmer. I'm going to call it, this is Shimmer Copper. If you were doing yours at home, you would be using the Shimmer Harvest. In you go. I missed. How I missed, I don't know. And then we're just going to take our squeegee, and we're going to do exactly what I said not to do yesterday. And we're going to just go around like this. And we're going to kind of mix it, but not really. And we're just carefully spreading it across the screened area. You just want to make sure you cover all the screened area. Yesterday, when I explained it, I explained more about going in one direction with your squeegee as much as possible, so that you're not doing this and then doing this and then doing that and this and that, and smudging it so much that it bleeds through the screened area. And I'm not pushing down really hard, I'm just gently pushing down on it. So there's that. I'm going to leave it thick right now because I need to do this first. So now I'm getting my current jam. I'm doing the words. Sometimes I tend to miss the very top and the very bottom of the screen because my eyeballs, you know, they don't want to play nice. And then I'm going to go up direction here with the autumn. I'm going to leave it on pretty thick because it's pretty hot up here. The thinner it is, the faster it dries. That's why I'm putting it on pretty thick right now. And then I'm going to scrape a bunch of it off before I take this off the glass. Okay? So, now, we really can't reuse this in the jar because it's tainted, it's mixed. So I'm going to just scrape off the excess and put it on the paper towel. I'm doing my best not to get it into the currant jam because I want to be able to put the currant jam back in the jar. Just like that. Okay. Take the currant jam, scrape off the excess, put it back in the jar. This is one of the reasons why it lasts so long, because you use it and then you're putting a lot of it back. Oh, I got a little bit of orange mixed into there. I'm sorry, that wasn't orange, that was guava. There we go. Now, fun part. Peel to reveal. Oh, thanks. I love the color. I think it's pretty, and the copper is shimmery. So I'm looking at it and I see sparkle. All right. I'm going to peel this off. I need to plug in my glue gun for the embellishment. My finger's in the way. Can you see how it's going so far? I love the hot mess technique. Now see, my A right there needs a little touch up. I missed the top of the A, so I'm just going to lay this down and touch it up. Same with my M down here. And there's the design. At this point, I'm just going to place this back on the backing, and then when we're done, I will wash it. Lay that there for now. It's better to wash it as soon as you possibly can, but I'll wait until I'm done here. Now I'm going to take my quick dry and just dry this up. Man, I love how they combine together. What do you think? The chalk paste will dry pretty quick, so this is just giving it a little extra help because I'm very impatient and I don't want to smudge it when I place the other glass on top of it. So I want to make sure it's good and dry, and I can see it drying already. Can you see the design okay? Isn't that pretty, the way it's combined? I love the three that they picked. They picked the three colors for you, and they do a great, great job. Thank you, Michelle. Aren't they gorgeous? The copper is pretty shimmery. I should have turned it over so you can see the Hello Autumn better. This is one of the best parts of fall, isn't it? The colors, all the bright colors, the cooler weather. We start wearing our boots soon. I'm a big boot fan. It's not flip-flops, it's boots. That's what I like. Alright, let me see. Let me test it. kind of tacky. There we go. So which is your favorite part of the holiday season? Are you a Halloween, a Thanksgiving, fall, or Christmas/winter person? Or do you just love it all? You do not discriminate against either one of them. Oh yes, in California, yes, that's true. I lived in California, but I was in northern. I was halfway between San Francisco and Sacramento. Now as a kid, I spent some time in Hawaii, and if it wasn't flip-flops, I was barefoot. And I prefer barefoot over anything. Still do. Still prefer barefoot over anything. Fall by far. Fall's the greatest. Winter and Christmas. I can't pick one. I just can't pick one. Alright, I'm going to clean this other one. So since I did this in chalk paste, I will be able to take this apart at the end of the fall season, when it gets closer to Christmas, and do a new design in it. And I could even continue using this every month for every single fall and winter. Oh, so you like them both too? Me too. This particular kind of frame can be used for every single month that a Chalk Couture design comes to you from the club. Alright, here we go. Set that on top. Just like that. And then put them in here. If I can do it without dropping it. Just like this. There we go. Put that back in. Just like that. Oh, look at that. Look at the difference the frame made on that. Do I want to embellish that? Or do I just want to leave it as is? Oh my gosh, I'm loving that. Oh, September is your birthday month? Awesome. That is awesome. So I have these. I think I picked these up. I don't know where I picked these up. Thank you, Lee. Yes, it's so easy to do. I'm going to take this out from under it so it's easier to see. There we go. So I was thinking, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that can be done every single month with your Club Couture membership. It just comes to you in the mail. Yeah, you don't even, I mean, you just go in, you sign up, and it just comes to you every month. You don't even have to think about it. They pick your colors, they pick your design, and they send it to you in a pretty little, I don't know that I want to embellish. I think I like it just as it is. Well, thank you, Jennifer, and thank you for joining us. So what I did was, this is the Club Couture September transfer. And I just stuck my hand in the chalk paste. I used the 3 colors that will come with your transfer, which are Current Jam. Thank you, Michelle. I think I will leave it as is. Oh, yeah, Jennifer, that's a great idea, too. It comes with Current Jam, Guava, and Shimmer Harvest. But I don't have Shimmer Harvest, so I used Shimmer Copper. And I did the Hello Autumn in the Current Jam. And then I did a hot mess technique with all 3 colors for the rest of the design. And then I put the other glass, one of the glasses on top of it, so now it can't be messed up. Nothing will happen to it. It's protected because the glass is on top of it. If it was not protected, with it being chalk paste, it's not permanent, and it could be scratched off. It can be washed off. So probably next month, what I'll do is take this apart when I get my new club design, and I'll do another one in here just like that, except with different colors and different style. So that's it. So again, I will be offering through the end of the event I'm going to call these vintage because they're no longer available. These are old Club Couture transfers that were that I was able to get a hold of that were never used. We have the Happy Holidays, we have French Market, this little typewriter, a Christmas one, oh what fun, another French Market. It's a little bit different. These two are a little bit different. And we have Welcome to Our Home, and Kind Words Are Like Honey, Sweet to the Soul, Love Conquers All, Wild and Free, and Happy Valentine's Day. So anybody who joins and becomes a member of the club, yes, I will put the link. I will put the link in the comments as soon as I'm done here. And you just click on the link and it'll take you to right where you need to go. And when you do, if you sign up for your membership, just type I joined in the comments and I will send you one of these as a gift from now until the end of the event. And that's it for tonight. And here it is again, one more time. Isn't it beautiful? I'm loving it. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. It was so much fun. And I will be back again tomorrow, and I will show you, it'll be 7:30 Central Time, I will show you how to reuse the surface and how easy it is to wash the chalk paste off so you can redo it again with something different. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you, Michelle.